Coming to you from the center of the universe in Lipsick, Wisconsin, it's the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast.
Hey, welcome to the episode 43 of the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast. I'm Tom.
Kyle.
Al here.
So,
I thought we were on 44. Yeah, I can't count.
I don't know. I think last week was 42.
As long as you remember the change in number on top of the sheet, we should be okay.
Pretty sure I did.
I believe you're right.
If not, well, whatever.
Well, don't rely on my memory.
Yeah. You know, by the time we got this, we usually got a few beers in us, and it's sometimes those things get a little slippery. So,
But you do that part when you're sober with the script, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
You can't really blame the number on the paper on what you're doing right now.
Yeah, sometimes, but then we question it, and then all of a sudden it's like, uh-oh. Was it 43 last week, or is it 43 this week?
I had too many waters to remember.
Okay.
So, Symco this past weekend.
Yes, Symco.
Yeah. That was, it was plenty warm.
That it was. I'll be honest. At first, I wasn't going to go because of the heat. I tell you what, us old guys don't handle the heat real well. But then I thought, Symco. I cannot miss Symco. So I went.
Right. Yeah. And then you threw a shirt at me, and I was
It
assaulted
slipped out of my hand. What are you talking about?
at 68 miles an hour.
It wasn't that fast.
The worst
Come on,
part
being
was
Al would be 69 miles an hour, not 68.
the worst part was a railroad tie that was inside that shirt. But hey, whatever. Not railroad.
It was a big rock.
Yeah, big rock. But anyway, yeah, it was Symco once again. Some fantastic cars.
Never disappoints.
Right. Saw lots of people that we knew. But man, the cars again, just you guys outdo yourselves with the stuff that's up there. And for a Friday, it was packed. I mean, we got there at what time we get there, Kyle? Like a little after 10?
Yeah, something like that.
And
a little earlier.
It was full in the show. We couldn't even pull into the show to park. We had to end up parking on the road and ended up getting stuck. But hey, other than that, oh man, was it just a great show again. And yeah, looking forward to it again for next year. And you know, if you like that style of show, I think there's a couple more coming up. There's one on September 20th over by Edgerton. It's the Atomic Voodoo Meltdown. I'm going completely off memory. So, Tired Iron guys, I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but we went to that show last year. Great time. They're probably going to end up going again this year. And there's another one coming up, Fire in the Hills. We'll talk a little bit more about that one later down in Yuba. But, man, Symco, though, you look forward to it every year. And you get there, and it's still just like the first time you're ever there. You're just like a kid in a candy store in that place. Yeah,
the cars, the music, the people. It's there's not enough words to describe it. It's amazing.
Right. And as hot as it was on Friday when we were there,
Friday.
As hot as that was, it's nice to have those slushes working too.
Yeah.
I had 2 of those Sundrop Simcoe slushes.
Yeah, I had my first one ever, and that was really, really good.
I cooled down with Pabst.
Yeah, well, yeah, I had one of those too. I think I had one with you in the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Every year I've gone to Symco, I think I've always had at least one beer. And this year it was almost too hot to drink beer. I know that's sacrilege. What? Shut the fuck up. But, you know, like I said, us old fat guys don't do well in the heat. And the last thing I wanted was a beer. But I had to have one because we were at Symco. And, yeah, you know.
No, I was sweating like a brat on a grill, you know.
Oh. Okay.
Sizzling and whistling and everything.
That creates a picture, doesn't it?
Sorry.
Yeah, actually, it does. I'm going to start calling you Johnsonville from here on out. My best friend's Charlie Murphy. Only the older people get that joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, Symco, you know, John and your whole crew there, you guys just knocked it out of the park again. You know, I say can't wait to go again. I saw lots of videos from the Ring of Fire. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check that out on YouTube. There's several places you can see it. But those guys really went crazy this year in the Ring of Fire. If you're not familiar, they had how many flamethrowers around the pond, Kyle? Probably 7 or 8,
yeah.
I'd say.
When we were there, yeah. Did they add more to it or no?
It looked like it was about that many. Maybe there was 1 or 2 more, but man, they lit the sky up. And I saw other pictures too from, I think it was the Crawfish Cruisers, posted pictures from their campsite, and the sky was orange over. And he said they were probably a half mile away from the from where they did fire.
Built that stuff up.
Yeah,
I didn't see the video or nothing yet.
Yeah, the Crawfish Cruisers, those guys had a great time. Enjoyed looking at your posts, guys. Keep them coming. Looks like a lot of fun. But otherwise, yeah. One other thing, too. So if you're part of the Wisconsin Specialty Vehicle Alliance, you probably got this email. But if you're not, why aren't you, number one? They're the ones that keep us informed of the laws and stuff that are coming down the pike, and making sure that we have we stay abreast of all the things.
Well, we stay aware of the things that are going on.
I just said breast, and
You said breast, yeah.
I didn't.
That woke me up.
But we stay aware of all the things that are coming as far as state laws in Wisconsin. And like I said, if you're not a member of the WSVA, we have forms here to be a member. Otherwise, check them out on Facebook, and they'll find you a way to get your membership there. But anyway, Wisconsin Assembly Bill 77 is a bill that's going to be basically if you have a thing on your car that either hides your license plate, flips your license plate, disguises your license plate, or in other words, just makes it unreadable, you're going to get a ticket. And, for some reasons, I guess I can see it. But, there's a lot of guys I know that have hideaway license plates because they go to car shows. They don't want them in the way. Just make sure that you're aware that from here on out is going to probably not bode well for you. And the same thing and I would assume after reading the law that it looks, or reading the proposal, is that it looks like even the smoked license plate lens covers or license plate covers, I think they're probably not going to be allowed either. So
So if you have to ask what if, the answer is no.
Right. And it's just one of those things. You got to make sure those plates are out there and visible for everybody.
And speaking of tickets, I got a text today from the scammers. Wisconsin DMV final notice text. Make sure you don't fall for those either, because this is just trying to get your money from you, or trying to hack into your account or some way. Because this looks like a legitimate website for the DMV and everything, but it is not. So if you get this text and you're not sure if you should reply to it, don't reply to it. Ignore it.
Yeah, so there's one other thing, too, I want to bring up. We've had this car show now for, what? How many Tuesday nights has been? This has been 5 years, right? 6 years?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Sounds about right.
And as of yet, we haven't really attracted the attention of law enforcement. And just be careful, when you guys leave the place. I know sometimes the road's a little bit slippery. And, you're on your own once you get out on the street. But the John Force long smoky burnouts, we could probably live without those. Just in the interest of safety and everything else. If you want to chirp your tires when you leave, whatever. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying you're on your own. But the long John Force ones, should probably shy away from that, because we don't need law enforcement coming around checking up on our shows all the time. We made it this long without attracting attention. I'd like to keep that record going for a long time. So, there I am, just a buzzkill. Oh, look at him. No,
you're right though.
Time and place.
The county police have been very good to us, and we appreciate it if you're all listening. But let's keep that relationship a positive relationship.
Yeah. Like I said, nobody cares if you chirp your tires a little bit or whatever. Even but when you do the long John Force ones and you lose control of your car almost, that's when we got to start shying away from it. But anyway, coming up next, we have got a special guest. We have got Stacey David from Gearz TV, or the Gearz TV show, and earlier from Trucks, coming up next, and he'll be right with us. Joining me on the phone is going to be Stacey David. You remember her from the TV show Gearz. Stacey, welcome to our podcast.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
So you're on here with me, Tom, Al, and Kyle. So, yeah, we're just going to throw some questions at you and hope everything turns out for the best.
Okay. That's the best way to do it, boy.
Yeah, hope you're sitting down, yeah.
Yeah. And just to reiterate, like I said, we're just three guys in a garage that just love hot rods, and we just want to talk about them. So here we go. So
all right.
How did you get started in this whole business of the car world? What was your What made you think that this is cool?
Now, are you talking about getting into cars or the TV aspect of it?
Just cars in general. Cars in general.
I mean, honestly, I cannot think of a time that I wasn't into cars. You can look at my earliest baby pictures, and I'm sitting there like with a marshmallow in one hand and a steam shovel or a bulldozer or a truck or something in the other hand. I mean, right. I was always enamored. Tonkas, the real thing, mechanical stuff just always intrigued me.
Sure.
And I would tear apart mom and dad's, mixers and anything that was mechanical. And then when I found cars, I couldn't get away from it.
Sure.
So it was just something that was always there. I mean, and, building model cars, airplanes and things like that. I still remember some of the earliest models. I remember the first Hot Wheels Dad got me. Yep. Those kind of things were just...
Let me ask you this quick. Did you have a favorite Hot Wheels car?
I did. I'll tell you what. I came along just a few years after they started.
Okay.
So, they started in 68, and I really got into Hot Wheels about 70, 71. So at that point, the early ones from 68, 69 had the removable wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Those were already desirable. So, but when I think of Hot Wheels, the car that always gets me when I think of Hot Wheels, there's two that really jump out. One was the Silhouette, the Cushionberry car.
Okay.
They had the bubble on it, and then there was the Split Image. They had the two bubbles and the engine running down the center.
Sure. Okay.
I remember a kid brought that to school, because at the time, the first Hot Wheels that I had was custom AMX. My dad got me that, and I didn't know what an AMX was, and I thought the car was cool. But it looked like a real car. When I saw a Split Image, oh my gosh, it changed my world. I'm like, what? And so that's the car. I've got several of them sitting around here. I've gone back and collected the first 16 from 68 and stuff. Okay. I'm quite a Hot Wheels collector, so. But it's all the early stuff.
Oh, I wish I had that same story. My favorite was a red, like 75 Torino with a number 23 on the door. I don't know why, but every time I found one, I had to get it, and I destroyed about 12 of them, I think. But that was my car.
And I just wish I could find the snake and mongoose.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. I have that exact car sitting here on the windowsill. It's got the yellow number 23 on it. It's red. It's got the black hood scoop on it, and it's called the Monte Carlo Stalker.
That's the one.
That's the one. That was a little later. That was probably mid 70s, early 80s, I think.
Yeah, cool. I would have been started with Hot Wheels probably about 73, 74.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a while ago. All right. I'm sorry, we kind of got off on a sidetrack there, but it's still cool. So we all watch your show. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people listening here watch your show. And you have one section on your show called "What Are You Working On?"
Yeah.
How did that section come to be? I mean, what was your how do you know how to ask this? What was your driving force behind adding that segment?
Well, one of the things and first of all, thanks for asking that, because that segment is very special to me. That's one of those things. I grew up like most people. When you were starting to learn how to build cars and stuff, it was a dream, and for a lot of people, an impossible dream to get it featured in a magazine or get it on TV or to reach that upper echelon of excellence.
Right.
And most people never reach that, and that's okay. It's kind of like climbing Mount Everest.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I got into a position where I could, and I knew what that would have meant to me, to just have somebody recognize my car that I was hacking around with in the garage. Most people come and go, that thing looks like crap, and you're like, yeah. And very few people would come up and say, man, that's really awesome. And when somebody would do that, it meant the world to you.
Oh, it does.
And especially if it's somebody of influence. And I remember the few times, like when I was a musician, same sort of thing. If somebody really good would come up and say, listen, you got talent. You're really good. Oh my gosh. You could live off that. And so I was like, we have to do something to, generally when I do segments on the show, I do special cars that are famous, that have won this, or they're historical and this and that.
Right.
And that's fine. But I said there needs to be a segment for just the average guy that never gets recognized, that's out there working on his stuff, and that's what he working on is. And I'm real adamant about what we cover. I mean, I tell guys, it's like, listen, if you got a 69 Camaro that you spent $100,000 or more on and you have all these trophies, I'm probably not going to pick that one unless you got a great story.
Right.
If you built it yourself, then the cost doesn't matter. But just don't send me a car with a bunch of trophies that you bought.
Right. That's
not what it is. It's about the guy. And I tell the guys, it's like, because a lot of people will send pictures in and it'll be the car and they'll just say, hey, it's a 72 Roadrunner and, I like it. I said, there's no story there. You got to tell me the history. Send me pictures of you out working on it with greasy hands in a pizza box over in the center.
And a can of Pabst, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we can relate to. And give me the story. And that's what it's about, is showing.
Even with our little show.
Guys a little bit of incentive to be recognized on a national level.
Right.
And we sorry, Stacey. And we just recognize our people, too. Just at our show, we give them a little podcast video or we post about their car on our social pages, and they think that's the coolest thing. So even just for having a national platform, that's a whole nother level that would really be awesome to see with some people.
Now, here's one thing, and I've just talked to Arlo about that, and I'll actually reveal it. This is the first time I've talked about it publicly. What we're going to do in the last part of these shows is one of the things, of course, during the What Are You Working On, we give them a bunch of free stuff. And it's some good things. One of the things that we're going to start adding is a special cartoon of that person and their car by Arlo.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to rapidly become the best thing.
I'm going to send my stuff in again, too.
And he's agreed to do it, so now he's on the hook. Do you hear that, Arlo? If you're listening to this, you're on the hook, buddy.
Oh, he listens.
Yeah.
I have Arlo's cartoon on the wall of my classroom of me and my Ranchero.
Yeah.
So everywhere I go, I have that cartoon with me somewhere.
What year Ranchero?
64.
Ooh, an early one.
Yeah, so it's like one of like 5 at Back to the 50s when you go up there, which is pretty neat.
Wow. Yeah, the Rancheros are rare. You just don't see them. Everybody calls it an El Camino, don't they?
Yeah. Yep.
The bane of any Ranchero owner. It's not an El Camino.
Yeah, it's like when they're not running the show and I'm just sitting there listening to people, that's the first thing I hear is El Camino. I get up closer and they're confused by seeing a Ranchero on the side.
Yeah.
Or they see the bull in the back and the emblem. It's like, they're so talked in that it's an El Camino.
Yeah, why'd
and
you
they
put
see that it's not.
Yeah, why'd you put a Ford emblem on there?
I don't know. Yeah.
Exactly.
The other thing that throws them too is when they really recognize it as a Ranchero, it's like, is that a 351? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That comes stock like that? Sure.
Yeah.
No. But and going back to the What Are You Working On, from the people who watch the show, like we all do, we watch the other shows too, and the other shows are like, here, look at this, buy this, put this together, this is what we did, and it's no mention of the common guy. But I think the fact that you're mentioning the common person out there and giving them that recognition is a huge factor in the success of your show. And we talked a little bit earlier, you're going to start your 20th year or 20th season of Gearz, and that is fantastic. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. We've been very blessed, that's for sure. We've seen a lot of changes through the industry over the years.
Yes. So, Kyle, go ahead.
So talking about, going with what you're talking with Beth about at Iola, about why we have car shows.
Yeah.
So we've been thinking about that, like you said earlier, about like why do we have it? What's the point of having them? So what are your main takeaways? Why do you think we do have car shows?
Oh, you're gonna toss that to me, are you? Toss me the hot ball.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, like I said before, that is one of those things that really makes you think.
Yes.
And, when you look at it, car shows originated because somebody was doing something unique in their garage and people wanted to look at it. And when you pulled in, and then let's go back to the 50s, was when this stuff really started. When you were doing some sort of cool hot rod or custom, people would gather around it. And they would go, hey, check out Johnny's car, man. Have you seen it? Yeah, that's Johnny's car. Pretty soon, Johnny's like, this is kind of cool because all the girls are coming out. whether it was showing it or racing it, usually most early show cars were also dual purpose race cars.
Yes.
See, it was about people recognizing the excellence that somebody was doing. It was always about excellence. And so when you would go to a car show, you expect to see something above and beyond what rolled off the showroom floor. Even if you didn't like it, it was kind of like, wow, that's crazy.
Right.
That early Roth stuff and things is just crazy, but it was something, it was almost like the circus came to town. And, really, and that's really what car guys are. I mean, we're not normal.
No.
Really. And the thing is, we take a perfectly good car and change it all up.
Yep.
And the average person, when I was younger and I would get around non-car people and they'd be going like, why are you doing that to your car? And I was like, you really don't get it? I was like frustrated. It's like, how can you not get it?
Yeah.
And then I realized it's like, not everybody is gifted that same way. Not everybody thinks that out of the box. And I really think that, when it talks about the salt of the earth, that's car people, and that's people that think outside the box, and so that's kind of, like I said, where I think where car shows originated, they get out of hand, where it becomes about trophies and things like that, and people forget you got to drive these things too.
Yes.
They have to look good, but if it's all about just looking, that's how we lose the younger generation. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah. And we went up to Symco this past weekend, and the younger generation was there, and they were there in force with their cars, which was good to see. We get a few out that come out by us too, even with the tuners and everything. And I know a lot of the old guys too. We don't want no tuners out here. Well, yeah, I do.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
They're just as proud of their cars as we were of our cars when we were that age. So that's what I like.
I think another big point too, as long as we've been doing our show, it's not so much about the cars anymore as it is the people that bring them, the community we've put together, of the people that are. It's like another big family again.
Yep.
It is
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I tell you, go ahead.
Some of them turn into some are fundraisers, which are great, and some like ours. It's part fundraiser, but the whole reason we did it is because we had so much fun here in the garage talking about cars, and I thought, well, why not invite 150 friends out with their cars? Trust me, it didn't. We thought like 30, but it ended up being we're getting close to 200 every night now. But it just, why don't we get some other people here that share the same passion, and it's turned into that, and it's. We've never had anybody angry. I've never had anybody, grumpy at the show.
Whether they come for the live music or for the cars, it's always a good time.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, right there, what you just said is the key. You are obviously doing it right. And as soon as you start putting trophies out and starting to separate mine's better than yours, my end is, as soon as you start going there, now you're starting to get egos involved.
Right.
And I mean, that's one of the things where Iola was so good. They don't have that problem because they don't do that. It's just like, hey, bring your car out. We'll set you along with everybody else, and everybody has a great time.
Perfect.
And it's really hard. That's really hard not to do that. Not all shows are like that. Some, like Good Guys and like Triple Crown of Rotting and stuff that's coming up, they actually give high-end awards, and that's what those shows are about. So it attracts that sort of person. And that's great. They're ready to do that. They sit in and go, okay, here's the criteria. We're going to judge your car. It's going to be judged very harshly. If that bothers you, don't play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And see, they understand that, but that's a different crowd, a different mindset than the average car show. And, I saw it happen with drag racing and even with the road course stuff. I used to do a lot of all of that. And, like when road course first got hot, like with the Optima series, it was run what you brung. I mean, it was great. Everybody was doing it. And then within just a couple of years, the high dollar drivers started coming in, teams, now you're running against $200,000 or $300,000 cars that are set up like a spec car. Well, the average guy can't compete with that.
Just like the dirt track too.
Yeah.
The dirt track, same thing.
Yep.
So the average guy is kind of like, well, I don't want to go out there and be made a fool of,
right?
Because that's not fun anymore. It's about winning.
Yep.
And there's a place for both, but one needs to be a legitimate sport. Stop. and the other needs to be like for fun. Stop. So you win a sandwich, whatever. But it's about going out, having fun, and pushing your car.
Well, I would race you for a popsicle. I don't really care about the money. I don't care about the trophy.
Yeah. No, it's about the fun.
Well,
yeah.
See, that's what the car guys. That's what we're like. When the Teslas were first coming out, I had all these guys coming at me. With Teslas. It's like, well, my Tesla will outrun anything you got. 0 to 60, this and that. And I said, I don't care, because you're not a real car guy. I said, if you really were a car guy, you would never say something like that. I said, I have been street racing and stuff since before I could legally drive. And I said, in all of those times of doing that, maybe 2 or 3 times in all of my life, was I the fastest car that night. Every other time I lost or got beat or took second or third or didn't show, whatever. Right. And I said, did it stop me from doing it? No. It's the competition. It's the fun. You don't always win. That's...
Yeah. At the end of the race, you just got to ask yourself, did I have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yep. Matter of fact, I saw many times, where you'd race and this guy's go, hey, let's race for pink slips, and you win or you lose. And they're like, I don't want your car. I just, they never intended to take it. Why would they take it? You're their competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they going to race against if they have your car?
Yeah. That kind of stuff was kind of silly. And I think a lot of what you heard from what happened years ago, I'm sure it did happen, but I'm sure a lot of it was stretched out, kind of like the $20 bill on a dashboard and all the other things like that, right? So
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have talked to a lot of people that were back in the day, 50s and 60s, during the street racing thing. Not a single one could document a story where somebody raced for pinks.
Right.
They all heard about it, but no one ever witnessed it. And I'm talking to everybody. It's like, okay, you heard about racing for pinks. Oh, yeah. I said, did you ever see it actually happen? Well, no, I just, I heard Johnny. No. Did you actually see it? And they're like, well, that's an urban legend. It's like Bigfoot.
Well, wait, hold on now. Just kidding. All right.
I'm sure it once or twice. But
all right, Stacey. So before we go here, I just want to ask you about one last thing, and thanks again for taking the time to talk to us. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. You got a children's book coming out. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's the second children's book I've done. I've got a third one coming out after that one, and this one is really special. It's illustrated by Arlo,
okay,
and he did a fantastic job of doing it. It's called Iggy and the Stick Man, and it's one of the few children's books that I've written that doesn't have to do with cars. It actually has more to do with music, because I was a professional musician for years and years, and so cars and guitars are never far from each other in my shop or in the content of the show. Yeah. But anyway, in a nutshell, it's, most of the children's stories I write, I grew up with obviously Aesop's fables and Grimm's fairy tales and things like that, and all the stories in the Bible and everything, that teach lessons,
right,
and each character. And so that's kind of what this is. In layman's terms, it's kind of a modern-day parable, of about a stick that thinks that he's great because he's a stick. And then a certain person comes along and says, hey, you're nothing as a stick, but you happen to be a very exotic wood, which can be something. So it encourages people to think beyond, what you think you are, and look at the potential, the God-given potential that you might have.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what it's about. I'm not going to tell you anymore because there's a nice twist in there that if you're into music, you will sit back and laugh. It's funny.
Well, I love music, but they all laugh at me when I try to clap along because I can't.
And I'll read the book to you too, Dad. So don't worry about trying to get those big words. So
you'll like. That's the crazy thing. As I wrote these books, I started writing these books, and I went to publishers and stuff, and they're like, "Well, what age group are you after?" And I'm like, "I don't know." They're like, "Well, there's like 3 to 5, and then like 6 to 10. And then they had it all broken down, they're real condescending talking to you. It's like, I just wrote a story. I don't know. And that's why we self-published it, because it's like, listen, it's just the story. Here it is. It's for young people and adults. So
Perfect. That's all.
Anybody can learn a lesson.
That's right.
That's it. That's really the thing. It makes you look at, the first one I wrote called The Purple Bicycle is about, a bicycle is purple, and he thinks that his color is what makes him, good or bad. And I wrote this long before all of this racism and color stuff started happening. And, this bicycle, like he sees the red bike, and the red bike's really fast. So he's like, well, I need to be painted red because that'll make me fast. And it's like, no. The red bike is built to go fast. You're not.
Oh, do you remember when you were little and you used to have shoes that made you run fast?
Oh, yeah, yes.
PF Flyers. Yeah.
I had a pair of shoes that had exhaust pipes on the side. Oh, man, I was fast.
Okay, did you add them, or was that a real thing?
No, that's when that first happened. Like those tennis shoes first came out, like the Tracks, I think they were called. To get them at Kmart. And they had the stripes on the side.
Oh, okay.
It had like a header on the side. I thought it was so cool.
All right. Now I feel better. I thought, did I miss side pipe shoes? Because now I was questioning my whole existence here.
No, they were only out like for a month, and this was back in the 70s.
Okay.
That sold well.
Yeah. So, Stacey, thank you very, very much for doing this with us. And you've got a standing invitation if you're ever up in Wisconsin. Check out our car show. I'm sure you'd love it. And I'd love to have you come up sometime. And hopefully you'll be at Iola next year. I believe we're going to be at Iola all 3 days next year as well.
Awesome.
So it'd be nice to meet you face to face. But anyhow, thank you very much for calling in.
It's been fun.
Yeah, this has been great. I appreciate it, sir.
You bet.
All right.
Let me know. If we need to do it again, let me know.
I will definitely do that. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Joining us all the way from Slinger, Wisconsin, is Hot Rod Beth. Beth, how you doing tonight?
Oh, my God, Tom, you're killing me. You've been hanging around with Al way too much.
Well, you said it wasn't Slinger. It wasn't Slingerville, so I figured it was Slinger.
Oh.
I wasn't ready for that either.
Right, exactly. You know what? I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. And I know you probably already mentioned it, but Symco was a good show for you.
Symco was a great show. Hotter than Ben Gay on a jockstrap, but it was a fun show.
Yeah, well, I didn't have that problem with the jockstrap, but it was hotter than Hades. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
And then I ran into Al, Mr. Sweaty, all the way there.
Yeah, that would be the one thing you noticed about me. Thank you.
I did. I really did. I was like, holy shit, he's really sweaty.
Yeah.
But you look good glistening there, Al. You looked a wonder bar.
Nice recovery there.
Oh my God.
It was. I'm just being truthful because I was surprised. All of a sudden he's sitting next to me. I was like, what the hell are you doing here?
Al the glistening brat.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
Oh boy, that better not stick.
Well, I know I got you. Now I got you. So I don't know. We've got a few things going on. I don't know where you're going to be this weekend, but I got a couple things.
What do you got?
Saturday in Sussex. Saturday.
Okay.
In Sussex, we've got it's the Sussex Bowl and the Sussex Lions. We're having our first annual car show from 9 to 1. They're doing a big meat raffle. They've got a 50-50 raffle. They're bringing it's the last chance to get your Lions Day raffle tickets. They give away big money for that. It's our weekend. It's a whole weekend party. So we have live music in the morning, afternoon, in the evening. There's a bags tournament going on. There's a big bowling thing going on inside. So we got a ton of stuff happening on Saturday by me. And then Sunday, I think I'm going to the same place you are, Tom, is Newburgh.
Yes, we are going to Newburgh. It is going to be the Newburgh Lions Club has got a show on Sunday, August 17th from 7 to 3. Coffee and donuts at 7 a.m. We won't be there for that because it's too early. $8 per vehicle, dash plaque for the first 150 cars. There's music, door prizes, a 50-50 raffle, food and beverages. And for further information, you can call 262-675-6833.
Take a breath now.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's my announcer
I'm
voice.
so glad you said it, Kyle, because I was like, damn.
Boy, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear you read that.
Yeah. And then it's located at Newburgh's, located at Fireman's Park in Newburgh, Wisconsin, on the banks of the scenic Milwaukee River, which might be a little higher than normal.
I was going to say, you might want to bring your swimming suit.
And they do have the coolest flyer of all time. Hopefully you can see this because I have a camera
second
up
to the
tonight.
ones I make, yeah. There.
Yeah.
Other than the ones I do, that is pretty nice.
It is it's the coolest one for Newburgh car shows. Let's do that. But yeah, that looks like a great time. We're looking forward to it. We'll definitely. It sounds like we're definitely going to come down there for that one. But otherwise, yeah. So you said you got your show on Saturday and probably Newburgh. Anything else going on Sunday?
There's quite a few things going around, like Thirsty Duck Up. I mean, and Sussex has stuff. I don't know if you counted, but there was a few shows going on. Racine's got a wonderful show, too. If you're way on the south side in Racine, the Zoo Car Show there is wonderful. It really is. All together with, they got great food. It's for the animals. Who doesn't like kids and animals? You know what I'm saying?
Al?
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you let an animal in your car. If it's not yours, take it out.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Kid in your car. Come on.
No, I'm just kidding. Al loves animals. I'll just leave it at that.
Right next to my mashed potatoes. Yep.
I'm afraid to ask.
So I did do a count. There's 121 events between today and next week, Tuesday, that you can take your car to. So yeah, get out there and enjoy these shows. Half the fun of these car shows is getting there. So,
yeah, absolutely. And I don't know about you, I only have 2 more shows left, and then our summer car shows are done.
Yep, we're down to about an inch
too.
and a half of summer. We have, like Kyle just said, we have 2 shows left.
Yeah, the 19th and then the Tuesday after Labor Day.
Yep, the 19th we'll have the Wurlitzer Kings playing here. Now, if you guys haven't seen the Wurlitzer Kings before, that is headed up by Eddie Rivers. Was used to originally from Beaver Dam, but he played steel guitar for Asleep at the Wheel for 15, 20 years. Longest tenured steel guitar player for Asleep at the Wheel, and arguably one of the best steel guitar players in the world. And he has played on the Opry stage. He's played all through Europe and Asia and all over the place.
Even the U.S.
Even the U.S. And like I told Pat Jones from Three on a Tree, so when you came to Leipzig, you knew you finally made it. But
it's hard to find if you don't know.
That'll be a big busy night. Eddie's got lots of friends here in Beaver Dam, and we're looking forward to seeing him and the rest of the guys. And like I said, if you haven't seen these guys before, they are right out of 1956, and they're the real deal. It's not just hey, we play this old music. They are the old music, and they're good band to watch. A lot of fun too.
And I'm sorry, that's next Tuesday, Tom, or that's your last
that
one?
Is the
that's
19th.
That's a week from tonight. Our last show is going to have the Smokin' Meerkats.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, they're another great band.
Yes. Yep. And they've already agreed to close out our show next year. I talked to him up at Symco. Dave Hall, yep. He said they're going to close it out next year, too. But otherwise, for upcoming shows, we got Fire in the Hills coming up on Saturday, August 30th.
It's another great show.
Oh, my God. We had so much fun the last time we went. And, this year they got Sean Shell playing from 12 to 3. They have the Smokin' Meerkats then from 5:30 to 8. They have Jana and the Junkyard Dogs playing after that from 9:15 to midnight. They have a raffle there for their 1950 Plymouth that they're going to give away. Hopefully one of us wins it, but if not, congratulations to whoever wins it, even if it's not us, and I hope it is. Put on by the Roosters Car Club, and the Roosters were on here a little while ago. You all talked with, a few weeks ago we talked to D-Rev from the Roosters Car Club, and great bunch of guys, and looking forward to supporting that one. They have flamethrowers, and there's a 50-50 flamethrowers and a pinup contest, and I believe they even have a pinup contest for the younger kids too. So plenty of stuff to do there. The whole city of Yuba gets behind this show.
Yeah, and the 2 blocks.
Yeah, so there's not much choice.
Yeah, but Yuba is the smallest incorporated town in Wisconsin. Did you know that?
Yes.
Sure you did.
I did. I've been there twice,
Slinger.
smartass.
Okay, we'll put me in my place. So yeah, that's what we have coming up. So I guess with that brings us to everybody's favorite part, the shit that Al says. Al, what do you got for us this week?
Last week, I was at another doctor appointment. And anyway, near the end of the appointment, doctor says to me, all right, Al, before you leave, we want to do some lab work. So we're going to need a blood sample, a urine sample, a stool sample, and even a sperm sample. And I'm like, okay. Thought about it for a moment, peeled off my underwear, threw it on his desk, said, there you go.
I wish we'd have a camera on Beth's face when these punchlines come in.
Oh my goodness! You know what, Al? Gotta love you. Gotta love you.
Yeah. So
Matter of fact, on the last show, I want to be sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
oh my
We
god.
can make that happen.
Yeah.
I know
There
you
you go.
guys can.
Yeah.
I'll sit by Dad that time. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it that way.
Make sure you all tune in next week. I'm going to try doing a rhyme.
Yep.
Try.
Or would it be a lime or a limerick?
Sure.
Did I say rhyme or lime?
You said lime, but whatever.
I did say rhyme?
I think you said lime.
You need
I did say
another
lime?
beer.
Yeah.
I know I
whatever.
need another beer.
I thought he said he was going on a ride.
No.
No, rhyme.
Rhyme, yeah.
Oh,
Like the
geez.
Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah.
Right. I get it. I just wow.
He's going to be spitting lines like Snoop Dogg here pretty soon.
I tell you, he got me up underwear on the desk.
No, I'm thinking Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, good Lord. All right. So anyway, you guys got, like I said, 121 events that you can take your cars out to. And you know, half the fun of getting to these shows is driving them there. So get out there, enjoy these shows.
Well, that's how we get there is driving them there. That's all the fun of getting there is driving them.
It is. But I'm just trying to say.
You said half the fun of getting to these shows is driving them there. But
And that's when the fight started.
that's why I don't know.
Don't take a trailer.
Oh my gosh, you guys done now or what?
Nah.
Yeah, just about.
We're never done.
Stupid alcohol. All right. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week. It'll be after our car show. And looking forward to it. Stay safe out there and drive the heck out of them.
You bet. Get out there, drive them. Got a kid in your car, but let them out when you're done.
Especially if it's not yours.
Exactly.
All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night, you guys. Thank you.
See you later.
See you, Beth.
Bye, Beth.
Okay, bye.